Happy Spring Equinox. I am Dr. Madea Allen, the energy doctor for burnt out women over 40 who want to feel energized naturally. According to the five element theory of Chinese medicine, spring is a season that corresponds to the wood element, which represents birth, renewal, and it's a time of change. So it's a powerful time to shift energies and awaken new vitality within yourself. So let's harness the spring energy of change to transform our habits. Today, I'm excited to share something very special with you. It's the Organic Soul Energy Shift program, which I designed to help women over 40 go from burnout to vitality in just 90 days. So, this is not a quick fix. It's about getting to the root cause of your fatigue to create lasting changes. So, I have training and expertise over the past 20 years as an East Asian physician, acupuncturist, herbalist, integrative nutrition health coach, holistic chef, Reiki master, soul integration facilitator, Kundalini yoga instructor, and aromatherapist. A mouthful, I know. But I say all this to say that the Organic Soul Energy Shift is a culmination of my skills and trainings over the past 20 years, and I'm excited to bring this perspective to the art and science of burnout recovery. So let's talk about burnout and break down exactly what it is. So the ICD-11, which is the 11th revision of the International Classification of Diseases of the World Health Organization, describes occupational burnout as a work-related phenomenon resulting from chronic workplace stress that has not been successfully managed. So according to the World Health Organization, symptoms include feelings of energy depletion or exhaustion, increased mental distance from one's job, or feelings of negativity and cynicism towards your job, and an overall reduced efficacy. So it's classified as an occupational phenomenon, but it's not recognized by the World Health Organization as a medical or a psychiatric condition. So while the World Health Organization defines it in the context of the workplace, I believe that burnout is much broader. It can affect busy moms, single moms, essentially any woman who is constantly overextending herself, whether it's at the job, home, church, social organizations. She's constantly overgiving and underreceiving. So burnout is a chronic state of exhaustion and depletion that impacts you physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So you can have exhaustion on one or all four. So you can think of postpartum depression as being a form of burnout because it's actually a state of severe depletion. So let's break down some common signs and symptoms of burnout across the four dimensions: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. So some physical signs of burnout include constant fatigue, even if after you slept the entire night, low immunity, meaning you're getting sick often, digestive issues like bloating, nausea, constipation, headaches, disrupted sleep, like you can't fall asleep or stay asleep, and even a loss of appetite or emotional eating. So some emotional signs of burnout include feeling like emotionally numb or detached, quick to anger, irritability or frustration. You're feeling overwhelmed by the slightest things. You have an increased sensitivity to criticism. You've just lost your joy, motivation, and passion. And finally, you just feel like you're failing even when you're not. Some mental signs of burnout include brain fog and the inability to focus, racing thoughts or overthinking, difficulty making just really simple decisions, forgetfulness or memory issues, constantly being like falling behind at work or unproductive, even at home, not just at work. Difficulty setting or maintaining boundaries, like always being the yes person, can't say no. Some spiritual signs of burnout include just feeling disconnected from yourself or your purpose, losing touch with your spiritual practices, just a really deep sense of emptiness or meaninglessness, no longer feeling guided or supported, and just feeling stuck or just unable to grow, move past where you are. And finally, just a sense that your light has dimmed. Burnout isn't just exhaustion, it's whole body, whole soul depletion. And the deeper that this burnout goes, the more urgent the call to shift, pause, reset, and realign. So if you think this constant state of depletion and just surviving day to day is how health and life are supposed to be, listen, I'm here to tell you that it is not. So why am I coaching about burnout? Well, I've gone through my own cycles of burnout and have learned a ton about what it takes to get through burnout to the other side and feel alive again. So I have a history of burning the candle at both ends, many areas of my life. Being a passionate solopreneur since 2005. So basically for the past 20 years, I have given my heart and soul and mind to offering wellness services, being a chef, a Kundalini yoga instructor, multiple projects at once. Very exhausting. Another area of my life, being a solo parent for the past 16 and a half years. While it's one of the best jobs you'll ever have at being a mom, doing it without a co-parent is extremely exhausting. So another area where I've experienced burnout was being a medical student during the pandemic. One of the most stressful times in history on the planet. So there was the academic pressure. There was the financial stress. There was shifting the way that I homeschool our son. We've always homeschooled, but we had to be more isolated. I've always used co-ops to homeschool, but pandemic put a damper in all of that, and we had to stay inside. So after the 4 years of being in medical school, trust me, I was tanked. So then after I tanked myself as a medical student, I then moved on to the very taxing and demanding job of being a physician of East Asian medicine. So listen, acupuncture, it's a vibrational medicine. Patients come in and, they're pulling on me energetically as I'm working with them. So, I definitely know how it is to just keep giving. Another area, over giving in my relationships, giving way too much of myself. So with each cycle of burnout, there has been an underlying pattern of imbalance of giving and receiving, and this is what I've noticed about myself. So yes, I've just outed myself. I'm a high achieving, recovering people pleaser, overgiver, and underreceiver, which is the perfect recipe for burnout. So I have tons of experience, and I know exactly how to get us through that. So why focus on women over 40? By the time we reach 40, many of us have spent decades putting others first, often neglecting our own well-being. And in this period, you're often sandwiched in between raising children and caring for aging parents, all while leading demanding careers and jobs. So it's time to change that narrative of constantly sacrificing yourself, neglecting yourself, always pouring into others. That leads to exhaustion and unfulfillment. It's time to focus on your health, your energy, and pour into you first. And to quote the motto from one of my favorite Black women health movements, Girl Track, never ask permission to save your own life. So let's move into my process. So in my Organic Soul Energy Shift Coaching Program, I help women over 40 go from burnout to feeling energized naturally through my proprietary process called the Everlasting Energy Blueprint. So this holistic approach is designed to awaken your body's innate potential to heal itself. The Everlasting Energy Blueprint is based on 5 pillars. Pillar number 1 is Soulset. We start by aligning with your highest energy, who you are as soul. Pillar 2 is mindset. Under the guidance of soul, we create focus and clarity of thought. Internal harmony is achieved when the mind is in service to soul. Pillar 3, nourishment. We integrate foods that not only fuel but also help your body recover, repair, and maintain itself. Pillar 4, rest and recharge. We focus on allowing your body to reclaim and recover its energy. So pillar 5, circulation. Finally, we ensure that this reclaimed energy circulates through your body for your own balance and healing. So, why this approach? This is not about doing different things, it's about doing things differently. Each element of this blueprint addresses specific aspects of burnout and depletion. Each week over the 12-week period of the program, we're practicing key habits for energy recovery and maintenance. So spring is a time of new beginnings and powerful shifts. If you're ready to make a significant change, embrace a full life of energy and vitality, there is no better time than now as we harness the rising and vibrant energy of this season. If you're ready for lasting change of this caliber and need support, type the word shift in the comments below. Shift. Or send me a direct message. I'm here to guide you through each step of your journey. And I thank you for joining me for this video. Remember, the journey to overcoming burnout and reclaiming your energy starts with a single soul-inspired step. So let's take that step together. Type shift and let's get you started on your path to vitality.